Alright, here we are. This is my main event. This is the biggest match of WrestleMania. Triple H versus Seth Rollins. This is honestly a match that we've been waiting for, I believe, 2 years. It was rumored that it was going to take place at a Survivor Series. It was rumored that it was going to take place at WrestleMania 31. It was rumored that it was going to take place at WrestleMania 32. And we never got a chance to see it, but it was always in the back of our minds. This is a match that we wanted to see. We wanted to see the breakup of the Authority. We wanted to see the guy that was talked into leaving the Shield and joining up with Triple H turn on that man and show that he was the man and deserved to be the number one guy in WWE. Triple H constantly stacked the deck with Rollins as champion, but even as a heel champion, Rollins fought against Triple H, saying that he didn't want the protection. He didn't want J&J security. He didn't want Kane. He didn't want the Big Show. He wanted to go out and wrestle these guys one-on-one. He wanted to be able to show that he was the future, the building blocks of WWE's future. The main event of WrestleMania 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. He wanted to show that he had something to bring to the table, and he was going to be the man. That is all Rollins has ever wanted to be ever since he stepped foot in a WWE ring. The man. He always took, outlandish, huge spots in the Shield matches to really show that he wanted to break out for being a part of those three guys and be one of the guys that people really remembered. When the Shield debuted on that Survivor Series show, when they came out and took out Ryback and helped CM Punk, people immediately took to Seth Rollins because of him being Tyler Black in Ring of Honor. People immediately took to Dean Ambrose because of his past in the Indies. Roman Reigns is a guy that they saw on NXT, but sort of thought that maybe he was a man of mystery, that they didn't really know what it was supposed to be. The Shield kept on going and going, winning and winning, having big matches. When after Payback, when Rollins turned on the Shield and joined up with Triple H, he would go on to win the Money in the Bank. He would go on to hold that Money in the Bank forever. He would go on and capture the title at WrestleMania. His career kept on growing and growing. And then last year, as the champion before Survivor Series, it's been debated if he was going to lose that title to Roman Reigns or not. I honestly thought he was going to lose that match. But before it could happen, he blew out his knee in a match against Corporate Kane. I think that match happened in Germany or something like that. Everyone's seen the video. Whether if you saw it online when it first happened, or you saw the WWE 24, or Rollins doesn't have a DVD yet. Rollins doesn't have a DVD. It's coming soon, though. I'm pretty sure that we'll get one. But that was basically, Rollins in a nutshell. He came back. He won the championship, lost the championship. It was getting built up in that attack that was leading towards, I believe, him versus Samoa Joe at Fastlane, and then him versus Triple H at WrestleMania. His knee got blown out again, and people didn't think that we were ever going to get this match. This is the one match that honestly I care more about than anything else on the card. And I can honestly tell you that last week, maybe it's because there were so many matches on the show and I did so many videos in the course of 2 days to talk about every match on WrestleMania, I didn't even realize that I didn't even talk about it because WWE didn't have it up on the show WrestleMania show page because it hadn't been announced as a match because they had signed the contract because in storyline, Triple H doesn't want himself and or WWE to be hurt with a lawsuit because Triple H really believes that he's going to take Seth Rollins out and he's really going to injure him. This is going to be a good match. I mean, this is going to be a fucking awesome match where they beat the hell out of each other. I could easily see, Samoa Joe being involved in this match, maybe even Finn Balor being involved in this match. I can honestly beg that they just lead this to a one-on-one. I've been waiting for this match for so long that I think that the two of them can really go out there and have an awesome match. To me, WrestleMania 26, Triple H versus Sheamus, that was a great match. Didn't really have the biggest storyline of all time. Didn't really think that would be the last time Triple H competed at WrestleMania as a full-time competitor. But of course, then he would leave. He would start taking the office job more serious. He would come back at 27, 28, have awesome matches with The Undertaker. You can debate against, whether if the Triple H versus Brock match at WrestleMania 29 was good or not, especially debated the fact that Triple H should have beat him. That's the match that I even forget that Brock. When I think of the Brock Lesnar losses in WWE, I don't really count that one that much. I can remember the Goldberg one. I can remember the Undertaker one. I can remember the John Cena one. But even the Rollins cash-in, you sort of count that. I mean, I guess he's only lost 5 matches in WWE. Got eliminated from the Rumble. Count that one. But there were 30. The match against Daniel Bryan was the match of the night, even though it was the first match and wasn't the match that Bryan won the championship. When I think about Bryan and 30 winning the championship, I think about the Triple H match. 31, the match against Sting. It was cool. It was smoke and mirrors. It was the Monday Night Wars with NWO versus DX. There was more to it, but that was still one of the matches that I remember. WrestleMania 32, Triple H against Roman in the main event. It was possibly my last time ever seeing Triple H wrestle in the main event. So that's one thing I remember. So we all know that Triple H knows how to wrestle. We all know that Rollins knows how to wrestle. They're going to come together. With them being involved with each other for so long, we know that it's going to deliver, be an awesome match. I love Triple H. If I never see him win another match, I'll understand and I'll be happy. I'm picking Rollins to win this one. And hopefully get that career started, and hopefully no injuries between WrestleMania 33 and WrestleMania 34. I would love to see Rollins be one of the guys who wrestles in the main event next year. Not really hyped about Brock versus Roman. We all know that Roman versus Seth will always have a chemistry. They'll always have that story behind them because of everything that they've been involved with the Shield and coming up through NXT together. But to me, honestly, I know people really want to see. They finally got it this year at Battleground, I think it was. The 3-way of the Shield with Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns to see who was going to be the champion heading into the draft. Or maybe it was after the draft. I can't remember. Because I remember that Ambrose celebrated with Shane McMahon after he won that. So he was already a part of SmackDown. So however that works out. But, I think that honestly, if I wanted to pick what my WrestleMania main event would be next year, I think I would want Reigns versus Rollins. Even though people will, boo, Roman Reigns. I think that might be one of the biggest ones. With actual people that have their foot stuck in the ground in WWE that aren't going to be leaving. I know it's not involved in John Cena, it's not involved in The Rock. But to me, honestly, the guys who are going to be wrestling on house shows, the guys that are going to be on Raw, the guys that are going to be on SmackDown, the guys that are going to be there from January all the way till December, I think those are the 2 best homegrown guys WWE has to main event WrestleMania next year. So I got Rollins winning this one, and hopefully Rollins staying injury-free and having a great year this year.